Hello everyone, this is Boricua Binks and welcome back to Let's Play Ace Attorney Investigations Miles Edgeworth, where we are going to finish off Turnabout Reminiscence right now.
Miles, her testimony is flawless.
Yes, but no matter what sort of trick she may try to pull, she won't escape me. And if I'm lacking in information, I'll just draw it out of her. Alright. Alright. Forgery of evidence. I just want to press just to see their reactions to this. It's not necessary, but it should be interesting. I formally request that you desist in your attack against my mentor. Oh, Edgeworth.
Yes, or we'll sue you for defamation.
Even if she's totally telling the truth. All I'm doing is telling the truth. Well, maybe more like spreading gossip. Although your adamant denials are, shall we say, just adding fuel to the fire. How dare you!
Say such a thing.
Calm down, little girl. Don't let her get to you. Oh, why did you have to ruin my fun? Well, shall I continue? Alright. So that could not have been me. I don't even know where the knife. Here we go. At this rate, she will inevitably escape. But if she really was the one who killed Mr. Faraday, then she must have known about the existence of the knife. I'm sorry, Miss Yu. Maybe you weren't aware. However, the knife that was used to kill Mr. Faraday was taken from his evidence bag.
Miles, what do you think you're doing?
I'm drawing the truth out of her. That's what I'm doing. But I don't recall a knife being presented at the trial earlier today. Well, I suppose that's because the evidence was something Mr. Faraday had yet to use. So that's what you're trying to do. Look, why don't you cut it out with the lies? I've already figured you out. There was no knife inside Mr. Faraday's evidence bag. The only evidence he had yet to present was the key the Yotogarasu had sent. And unless a key can magically turn into a knife, you really don't have a leg to stand on. The only one who doesn't have a leg to stand on is you, peg-legged you. She's so freaking stupid. She just fell right into his trap. Like, come on, girl. She's like, oh, I caught you in your trap. And then she goes and walks right into it anyway. Fool. Foolish fool. Did you really think you could trap me? Come now, be honest. I never intended to do such a thing. It was all a misunderstanding on my part. In any case, I wonder if you might append what you just said to your testimony. He's so smooth, man. He don't even react, like, in a way of like, aha, I got you. Sure, why not? I'll even say it as many times as you'd like. There was a key in his evidence bag, but you can't kill anyone with a simple key. Girl. It turns into a knife, we know.
Objection!
Miss Yu, I wonder if you might take a look at this photo for me. This is a picture of the key the Yotogarasu sent to the police. However, while it may look like a key at first glance, it in fact has the secret ability to transform into a knife. Which means that what was inside Mr. Faraday's bag was both the Yotogarasu's key and the murderous knife. You knew that the key was inside Mr. Faraday's bag, did you not? Yes. Well, with the Otogarasu's key alone, it's more than possible to kill Mr. Faraday. Do you understand now? Just knowing that the existence of the key... Okay then. Girl, all the makeup in the world ain't gonna make up for the fact you ugly inside and out. I still haven't had a good look at it. Showing it to me from that far away. You could be lying for all I know. No! No! Don't tell me you're that stupid. Edgeworth, come on. You do not give someone who you're suspecting to be a murderer a weapon. You would, even now, still feign ignorance. I'm not feigning anything. But we can't have you accusing me of a crime with false evidence now, can we? I mean, Mr. Von Karma, I've heard some very interesting rumors about him.
Ah, are you mocking my papa?
Did you dare sully the good name of my mentor? Now take a good look. This piece of evidence is more than real. Ah, you fools! She tricked you. Wow, who knew there was such a trick to this thing? Are you satisfied now? But of course you knew from the very beginning, didn't you? You knew that the knife and the Otogarasu's key are one and the same. Otherwise, someone like you, who isn't a member of law enforcement and who would never have been privy to this trick, would have never known about it to begin with. Furthermore, the something that the Otogarashu sent to the police. How did you have knowledge as to what it was? Actually, I heard it from Mr. Faraday.
Nope, that ain't gonna fly, girl.
Just before he dragged Mr. Rell off, he told me. Oh, that's right, I almost forgot. He also told me about the key turning into a knife at that time. But he didn't tell me about how the key actually transforms.
Objection!
What you are saying is simply not possible. Oh, and why not? Because Mr. Faraday himself did not know about the hidden knife within the key. For within these pages he mentions nothing about a knife.
Objection!
I'm not sure he would have written everything in his organizer, you know. Wouldn't something of this importance be better left to oral communication?
Objection!
Unfortunately, that is also impossible. Sorry, you yawned. Because Detective Bard didn't know about the knife aspect either. You dumb girl. What would have been highly classified information, even within the police force, and is something that even the lead detective on the case didn't know. Why would Mr. Faraday have felt the need to share such information with the opposition? Yeah, I guess he wouldn't have much of a reason to. Looks like I gave a pretty lame excuse, huh? How can you laugh at a time like this?
She probably just realized a flaw in her logic and is actually in a panic over it. But that's not something we need to concern ourselves with.
I suppose you're right. No. She's plotting, y'all. Miss you. I'd like to state that I also know how you know the real nature of the knife. Do you now? Well, why don't you put your money where your mouth is and show me? Oh, I will. And I'll wipe that smile off your face by the time we're through. This is it. Moment of truth. The secret behind the Otogarasu's key. Only one person would have had knowledge of it from the get-go. Who would know from the start that the Yatagarasu's key could change into a knife? None other than the Yatagarasu.
Take that!
There's only one person who would have known about the dual nature of the key. And that is the person who sent the Yatagarasu's key to the police. That is to say, the Yatagarasu herself.
Are you saying that this lawyer is the great thief Yatagarasu?
Miss Yu, you've used Mr. Rell to lure Mr. Faraday into a trap, didn't you? You, who profess to bear a grudge against criminals. Why? Why do something like this? Hmm? Uh-oh. She's lost it, y'all. Who would have thought that you, a stupid rookie prosecutor, would see through me? You're sending the biggest chill down my spine right now, Edgeworth. This feeling of thrill, it's even greater than when I sneak into some place. You killed Faraday. Why? Answer me, Callisto Yu. Callisto Yu, huh? That's not my real name. Because my real identity is, yes, the great thief Yatagarasu. Let me tell you something, Edgeworth. Mr. Faraday was one difficult man to deal with. For you see, he had discovered my true identity, which is why I had to erase him from the world of law. I made Rel an offer, an acquittal for a little favor in return. All he had to do was accuse Mr. Faraday of being the Yatagarasu in court. But once we entered the recess, Rel was dragged off by Mr. Faraday, which threw my plan into a complete mess. I chased after them, and eavesdropped on them through a crack in the door. That Rel caves to only two things, money and authority, just as all thugs do. I feared my plan was going to be ruined if Mr. Faraday held on to Rel any longer. Plus, if I had let them continue on the way they were, I would have been found out. That's why I had no choice. I had to kill them both. But didn't you say that you despise criminals? But do I really? You forgot about the KG-8 incident too. Maybe.
What sort of woman would?
So then, was it your plan to kill Mr. Faraday with the very evidence that you sent? Well, I had a good idea of what Mr. Faraday was going to do. I anticipated that Mr. Faraday was going to prove that Rel wasn't the Yatagarasu by using this Yatagarasu's key as evidence, and that he would bring it with him. Which is why I thought to use the knife portion. With a weapon as well disguised as this, no one would be the wiser. Because who in their right mind would think something like this could be a weapon? I casually entered lobby number 2 on the pretext that I had to talk with Mr. Faraday. And in order to get in with him, I pretended to be worried about something. He then let me hold the Yatagarasu's key, just like that. He never noticed that I had changed the key into a knife inside that plastic bag. and he didn't have the chance to take note of the knife that took his life. How could you kill him? I knew him for a long time, you know. At the very least, I thought to give him a quick and painless death. But if you killed Mr. Faraday first, there was no need for you to kill Mr. Rell as well. I believe I mentioned why when we were placing Detective Gumshoe under arrest. Something about having accidentally created an eyewitness. And how that led the killer to think about setting them up as though they'd killed each other. Then the trick with the surveillance tape. Yes, I hadn't actually planned to use a gun. The risk was too high that I'd be caught. However, that's when I remembered the existence of that surveillance tape. Which is why I had Rel help me set up the crime scene. And after all was said and done, I rewarded him for all his hard work with a bullet. You're a defense attorney, aren't you? How could you betray a client? Client! If you want to talk about who was a client of whose first, it was me. I was the client in the murder of the Cadopian Embassy staff member, Dead Man. You ordered a hit job? You still haven't figured it out, Mr. Van. I had Dead Man killed because he was about to give away info about the smuggling ring. Now, who exactly do you think would benefit from such an assassination? Can't be. You're... That's right. I'm a member of the smuggling ring. But it's so weird because she's also the Yatagarasu who is exposing the smuggling ring? Like, eh? Why are you contradicting yourself, girl? She's literally playing both sides. How could this? You don't mean you're working with Manny Cochin too, do you? Maybe, maybe not. Yes, you'll never know.
The Yatagarasu claims to be noble, but you're just another cold-blooded murderer.
That's right, little girl. The Yatagarasu is just another killer. Be quiet, you. Yatagarasu. You can run from the law, but you'll never escape from it. So just humbly accept the judgment of this court. Hey, Edgeworth. Did you know the Yatagarasu has 3 legs? Do you know why that is? No? Well, let me tell you. It means that the Yatagarasu has more than one razor-sharp way to do her work. Uh-oh. Ugh, that's not good. You really are too naive, Edgeworth. You even handed the Yatagarasu's key right to me without a second thought. Idiot! Everything may not have gone according to plan, but I'll still gladly take it. Ugh. You mean the key was your real target? And even after I gave you such great advice, didn't I tell you to always keep a good eye on a criminal? Or you may regret what comes of your negligence. You two, get down! My body, I can't move.
Hey, mister! To your right!
You! He just froze and then collapsed.
Oh, Kay, no.
Are you all right, Franziska?
I'm perfectly fine, Miles.
You're just babies. You're just young children going through this is terrible. Her voice is shaking, but it looks like she's unharmed. Where did Kay go? That's a gunshot.
Kay, no, my baby.
That's scary, man. Alright, now it's 7 p.m. Courtroom number 3.
Hey.
Sorry, but it looks like she got away. I called the precinct. They should have a perimeter set up soon. Detective Bud, are you alright? I had a gunshot. I'm okay. Just got another hole in my jacket. He's sweating though. That's a normal reaction. You may say he's fine, but he looks quite shaken. But more importantly, boy, I mean, Mr. Edgeworth, Miss Von Karma. Hey, we gained his respect. Are you too hurt?
I'm absolutely fine.
I'm also alright, thanks to Kay. Speaking of Kay, where is she? I don't know. She just sort of disappeared. I'll go look for her. Oh, and, hey, Detective Gumshoe.
Yes, sir. Detective Bad, sir.
I'm sorry, I doubted you.
Don't worry, sir. It's not your fault. Well, I lied to you guys too, after all.
I heard about what happened from Kay. Lying while giving testimony is still unforgivable. But in this case, you were protecting Kay and her feelings. And as her daddy, I approve of that very much. Looks like we just might have what it takes to be a real detective. Real detectives protect cute little girls.
Ah,
Yeah, don't you ever lose that detective spirit, okay?
you got it, Pops.
See, Pops. Aww. He's like his dad. It's cute.
Pops, watched one too many detective dramas recently, have we?
Way to single-handedly destroy the cheery atmosphere with one snarky comment. We should get back to the investigation. I swear, I'll catch you if it's the last thing I do. Be careful, Detective Bud, and take care. Thanks. Well, I'm off. Maybe we'll run into each other again someday.
Thanks a bunch, pal.
I don't know, did I comment on this before, but I love this remixed version of Gumshoe's song that they use in this game. I love it so much more than his original theme. It's so like tropical and fun and cheerful. I just love it. It makes me happy. It makes me want to dance.
You're the best. This is why I fell in love with you, sir. You really did find out the truth behind everything.
Yes, well, I'm glad we solved everything before you were taken to prison. Judge, please. I can't believe how much trouble I caused you with my testimony, Detective Gumshoe.
It was no problem, really. I mean, I lied too, so I didn't help anything. All we did was cause, Edgeworth a lot of trouble, you know?
Yeah, you guys did.
It's really not your fault, Your Honor.
Well, even if we didn't have his honor's testimony, I think that lawyer would have found another way to get you convicted on her behalf.
Yeah, I can't believe I was about to get fired during my first week as a detective.
Well, so long as you're not fired, You should work hard, give all that you have, and perform your duties well. Oh, and one more thing. Kay left a present for you with me. Excuse me.
She did? Ooh, what is it?
What was it that Kay left for me? The proof of their friendship. Oh, where is it? Well,
The Swiss roll.
Take that!
It's a courthouse special Swiss roll. This is the best thing ever, sir. Even better than actual money. Can I really have it?
yes, it's a present meant for you, after all.
Thanks a bunch. You have no idea how happy this makes me, pal. I'm gonna eat this right now.
Sure, go ahead. Swiss rolls Detective Gumshoe and Kay brought together. While the one Kay saved never reached her father, it would appear that her sentiments have touched the heart of this detective.
He's so happy, it's as though he's having a welcome back celebration of his own.
Well, I was asked by Kay to give it to him. Let's not ruin this moment for him, okay?
Whoa, that was good, pal.
Yay, he ate it!
Can't believe I got to eat 2 of these delicious things in one day.
Well, 1.5 more like.
It's like I'm in Swiss roll paradise or something. I've got to thank Kay myself. Hey, wait, where is she?
He only noticed just now. Was his mind not present when we discussed her earlier? Detective Bad left to go search for her earlier. Maybe you should go join him.
Yeah, you betcha, pal. I'm gonna go help him. Oh, but first... You know what, pal? Actually, I guess I shouldn't be so rude to you anymore, huh? I'm gonna stick right by your side from now on, Mr. Edgeworth, sir.
It's like, oh god, I sense a migraine coming on. You'll never be rid of him. Never! It's cute. I sense nothing but a most troublesome relationship from that ominous statement.
Oh, but that's your best friend. That's your boy, man. That's your man, boy. You should hurry home too, Miles. We have to report what happened to Papa.
Agreed. Well, I'm afraid we must be going now, Detective.
Roger, sir. And don't you worry, I'll investigate the next case we're on real well.
I'll, be counting on you. The scent of trouble is definitely in the air. Like, what kind of clout does Gumshoe have to always be with him, you know? Thus, like a bad dream, my first outing at court came to a disturbing end. It's so cute. A few months later, I was finally able to properly stand in court as a prosecutor. But the detective in charge of the investigation was, as I dreaded, Detective Gumshoe. Yeah, the case with Mia, I know. And the one where Gumshoe actually like flirted with her, which was really, really funny and weird. After that, he became my direct subordinate. I have tried, but words fail to describe the immeasurable suffering he has caused me. Why are you so harsh? I mean, granted, he's not the best at his job most of the time, but he's a sweetheart and he's so loyal. Like, come on, man. But I suppose that's just how things are. As for the little girl who suddenly disappeared, she's now... Here we go, present day again.
So, do you remember now?
Yes, I remember everything. God, it's so cool. I wish I could explain. I don't know what they did. Like, I would need to see it side by side, but how they made him look older. I don't know. Like, did they make his eyes narrower, or what did they do that he looked so cute and young in the other one, and here he's much more handsome and distinguished. Kay, it's been a while.
Hey, you sure grew up a lot. You got a cinnamon roll for me?
Of course. But thank goodness. I thought you two had totally forgotten about me.
You know, I was really worried about you after all that. Where have you been all this time?
Gummy, I didn't know you cared. After my father died, I went to go live with my mother's relatives. Aw, she couldn't stay with Detective Bad. Aw. Well, he is a detective, so he probably didn't have the time or resources to raise the little girl on his own anyway. They lived really far away, so I wasn't really able to come back here all that much.
Oh, is that what happened? Well, I'm just glad you're alright.
So, does it all make sense now?
You betcha it does.
Oh, you know what? I was going through my father's bookshelves recently and...
Hold it!
Actually, there are still a number of things that don't make sense, Kay.
Huh?
First of all, why did you come all this way to see me? And second, why are you calling yourself the Yatagarasu? The Yatagarasu's Callisto Yu, the woman who killed your father.
No, you're wrong. The real Yatagarasu was my father.
Hmm?
Mr. Faraday was the Yatagarasu.
Like I said, I was going through my father's bookshelf recently, and I found a secret diary hidden among his books. I have no regrets in choosing to walk the path of the Yatagarasu. That was written in his diary, and that's how I know for sure.
But that's impossible.
What's with that look? You don't believe me?
It wasn't just the expression on my face. I clearly said it was impossible just now.
Alright then, how do you explain this?
It's a way of disarming any security system the user's choosing.
Yep, that's Little Thief. Truth be told, this is the Yatagarasu's greatest secret. And this little gizmo was used by my father.
Wow! Mr. Faraday wasn't just a great prosecutor. He was really a great thief, huh?
Yeah, my father worked really hard to steal the truth. But he was killed, and the Yatagarasu was no more. But despite that, the Yatagarasu has been spotted again recently.
Someone other than you.
Here, Mr. Edgeworth. Take a look at this article.
Oh. The Yatagarasu sent the embassy a calling card.
Yeah, meaning this person's a fake. I'm almost certain that Callisto Yu lady's behind this. Because the real Yatagarasu would never send something like a gaudy card out.
That's true. They did say that he didn't do that. But the Yatagarasu did send a white card along with anything to be publicized. That's what Detective Bad told me 7 years ago, if memory serves.
Well, as soon as I heard the news, I got all wound up and I knew I couldn't just let it go. So I searched you out, so that I could obtain the truth behind the Yatagarasu. Because if anyone can help me find it, I figured it's you, Mr. Edgeworth.
So you're saying that I have your father's and misuse identities backwards?
Yes, because the real Yatagarasu is noble to the end. And I want to revive the real noble Yatagarasu. If I don't, my father will never be able to rest in peace.
Okay, that's a good way to get his sympathy.
Hey, you're so honorable. I don't care what anyone else thinks. I'll always be here to cheer you on, pal.
Even if you are honorable, a thief is a thief. And if you are plotting to commit a crime, then I'm afraid I can't be complicit.
Mr. Edgeworth, come on, man. Ugh, you guys are not making it easy for me. Who am I supposed to support now?
Mr. Edgeworth, what I want from you is not to steal something, What I want is the arrest of that evil woman.
That evil woman? You mean Callisto Yu?
I think it's too hard for me to catch her all by myself. But I thought that since you were able to expose her for who she is, then maybe... Please, Mr. Edgeworth, won't you help me?
Come to think of it, I do believe I owe you.
Huh? Owe me for what?
When Miss Yu made her escape, it was you who saved my life. Furthermore, you helped me with the investigation today. I am not so rude as to leave favors unrepaid.
Then you mean...
Yes. That case has been weighing down my soul ever since that fateful day. Perhaps the time has come to settle things once and for all. If you don't intend to sully your hands in a crime, then I believe I can help you.
Mr. Edgeworth, thank you.
Yay, Mr. Edgeworth, sir! Isn't that great, Kay?
Yeah, it sure is, Gummy.
Even though he had completely forgotten about her until just now. Ugh, what is with their chummy relationship? It's almost like you feel threatened by it or something. Don't worry, dude. You know Gumshoe would always choose you above all else. The great thief Yatagarasu. After all that time, the true identity of the thief sank back into the darkness. Byrne Faraday, Callisto Yu, and Kay Faraday. The phantasmagorically changing identity of the great thief Yatagarasu, and the Yatagarasu's real goal. It would all come to light the day after I made that promise to Kay.
Whew. Alright, guys. That was it. That was, in my opinion, the best case of the whole game. Alright, but next up will be Turnabout Ablaze. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you're ready, because the next case is very long and very complicated. That's pretty much all I can say for now. So, until next time, have a nice day. Bye-bye!